Good morning, everybody. Anybody see Donahoe? There's no more hey, hey, ho, ho, huh? I guess we're going to have to do Megan Brennan.
All right.
I want to thank you all for coming out, especially the mail handlers, Local 300, and the NALC. I know they signed that grand proclamation at the national level, but I really do appreciate at the local level what you guys have done and how you work with us. Now, who's post office? Who's post office? Who's post office? Who's post office? All right. They say cut back, we say fight back. They say cut back, we say fight back. They say cut back, we say fight back. All right, all right. Now I'd like to bring up our Northeast coordinator, regional coordinator, to say the words for APWU. I'll give you John Durgis.
Yeah! Morning, sisters and brothers. Morning. I had the honor back in August, made a motion at our national convention. And I said the time was right and the cause was just, and we couldn't make the same mistake we made 2 years previous. And that was when we didn't take any action to say, let's get rid of PMG Donahoe. Well, as everybody knows, our dreams were fulfilled today. He's packing his bags and he's gonna go. Now, you never know what you're gonna get, but I think we got the same cookie cutter. The person made from the same cookie cutter, and we'll have to see. We'll give the benefit of the doubt right now. But what we want to do is we want to make it very clear to the American public and the media that this is a manufactured crisis. It's like taking your money away from your household and then saying, we got to sell our socks and our shoes out in the street corner because we ain't got no money. They saddle the Postal Service, the only company in the world, the only federal agency in the United States of America, with a $6 billion a year cost. A cost to pay healthcare costs for future retirees 75 years out. Nobody pays their American Express bill or their MasterCharge card when they don't have a purchase on it. But we have to do it at a tune of $6 billion. And so after you get $17 billion in the hole, you say, you know what? We got to cut service. We got to cut and close down processing facilities. We got to go to 5-day delivery. And what's going to happen in January? Very crucial. The service standards are going to change. And people may not understand what that really means, but it's tantamount to a pizza company saying, we'll get you your pizza in 3 days. We're going to have overnight delivery gone. 2-day delivery, maybe. 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, that's going to drive business away from the Postal Service. We're here together with the Grand Alliance, mail handlers, letter carriers, rural letter carriers, APWU, sending the message to Donahoe, who's gone, Megan Brennan, who has just got the job, and the Board of Governors. Do not implement those changes come January 5th. So stand with us united. Let's send a message. As we said, this is America's Postal Service. Stop delaying America's mail with this latest scheme. No company will survive if you cut from within. We've got, remember Pogo said, I've seen the enemy is us. The enemy has been postal management trying to destroy America's Postal Service, and we, the union, we're the thin line between that and justice for workplace America. My last comment, there's nothing wrong with good union jobs that give benefits, health insurance, and a future and security for one's family. And that's what the postal unions have done for many, many years. We've given that to America. That makes America grow. So we're very happy that everyone is here today. Thank you, and let's all say bye, Donahoe! Bye!
Stop delaying America's mail!
Stop delaying America's mail!
All right, all right. I guess it's going to be hey, hey, ho, ho, Brennan's got to go, right? All right. As John so eloquently said about the Grand Alliance, and I said about how they're working locally with us here, they didn't hesitate to cooperate with us on this rally. I'd like to bring up our next speaker, the president of the Postal Mail Handlers Union, Paul Hagrosian.
Good morning, brothers and sisters.
Good morning.
It's really great to be here today. Mail handlers, APWU, letter carriers, rural carriers, all standing united. And we're sending a message today to the new Postmaster General that we're going to stay united, and they cannot break us apart. And that has been their plan all along, divide and conquer. But we're going to stay together on this one, and we're going to stop this insanity. There are 82 mail processing centers around the country, and that's a bad idea.
Yes.
They want to eliminate 15,000 jobs around the country. 15,000 good middle-class, working-class jobs. At a time that the economy's starting to come back, the Postal Service is going to try to stop that economic rebound. And that's not only a bad idea, that's downright unpatriotic. As part of this plan, the Postal Service wants to delay the mail. What used to take 1 day will now take 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 days. How is that a good idea? This is first-class mail. They're still charging first-class prices,
Amen. There you go.
but they're not providing first-class service.
All right. Yeah.
It's just another bad idea. Post office wants to eliminate Saturday delivery. Bad idea. The Postal Service wants to eliminate door-to-door delivery. Bad idea. The Postal Service wants to send our work to private, underpaid, undertrained people in companies like Staples. Bad idea. But we're not going to stand for it. We're going to stand united, and we're going to end this insanity. So stop delaying America's mail. Thank you very much.
Stop delaying America's mail.
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 Whose post office?
People's Post Office.
Whose post office?
People's Post Office.
Whose post office?
People's Post Office.
All right.
U.S. mail is
It's not for sale.
U.S.
Mail.
is not for sale.
U.S. mail is not for sale. U.S. mail is not for sale. U.S. mail is not for sale. All right, and don't buy Staples, please. We got to keep that word out there. We've been hitting the streets every day in Manhattan, out in front of Staples stores, to spread that word. I mean, these are good postal jobs that are going to low-wage, non-union workers. And if you don't think that's part of the bigger picture of privatization, you're sadly mistaken. When we're out there talking to the public and customers about this, they have no idea what's going on with this. They hang we were up in the Bronx, and a block away from Staples was a post office. And there was customers bringing priority mail into Staples to send out. I mean, this is just ridiculous. And if you don't think that they want to start closing these windows and stations and have these people go to Staples and to Walmart, that's the end run, and that's what they want to do, okay? And as I said, the public knows very little. There's a lot of misinformation out there about what's going on with the post office, what's going on with the consolidations and closings, what's going on with the lowering of the service standards. Part of our job as union members and union reps is to inform the public about what's going on with this, because they really have no idea that we're totally self-sufficient. We're actually making money. We're not losing money, and we're totally self-sufficient. We get no tax dollars. And then thanks to people like ISA, who spread all this venom and lies to the public doesn't know. So we need to inform them of exactly what's going on with this, and get our families, our friends, our neighbors to boycott Staples. We need to take the head of this snake off, and then we go after Walmart after that. So stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
The U.S. mail is not for sale.
U.S. mail is not for sale.
The U.S. mail.
Not for sale.
U.S. mail.
Not for sale.
U.S. mail.
Not for sale.
Stop delaying America's mail.
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 Yeah. Our next speaker, President NALC, Charlie Heege. Give him a warm welcome.
It's great to stand here with my brothers and sisters from our fellow unions, sister unions, I'd rather say, the APWU and the Mail Handlers Union, and all the letter carriers that are here. There would be a lot more letter carriers here today, but they're out delivering America's mail, but they're here in spirit. They all wanted to be here. Because we got to stop what Staples is doing. We got to stop Walmart. I mean, Postal Service and Walmart, give me a break. Come on. And Staples, like we said, America's mail is not for sale. We got to stop Staples. You know, I was thinking about what I was going to say here today, and a lot of it was, Donahoe's got to go. And then I get an email. He's gone. So we're already successful today. Thank God. I don't know who we're going to have our first female Postmaster General. I don't know if she has a vision for the Postal Service. We all know Donahoe didn't. But we'll be willing to listen, see what she has to say, and we'll let her know if she's got the right ideas or the wrong ideas. But thank God, Donahoe is gone. Our business agent is here today, Larry Sorelli, so I'd like to invite him up to say a few words. Larry?
First of all, you're too tall. Get that mic down. Hello, everybody! All right, so besides this being a banner day, getting rid of Donahoe, I am glad to say we got a great turnout considering the the time of the day, and again, a lot more letter carriers. Okay, would be here if it wasn't out making sure that our patrons are getting their service. What I want to know is, when is the Postal Service going to go back to delivering service? Cutting clerks, mail handlers, shutting down offices is not what the public wants. We are necessary employees.
That's right.
We are the people that process and deliver the mail, that deliver the Christmas cards, packages, medicines, food items. And thinking that the Postal Service is going to be improved by cutting us is not the way to go. So it's glad that Donnie was out there. Hopefully our new PMG will have a little more insight and the correct way to do. I do have some good news on her. I understand she is a business graduate from MIT, so let's hope her IQ hasn't lessened over the last few decades as she's worked here. For my other brother and sister unions, the NALC is backing you 100%. Whatever you guys need at whatever time, we have your back. You've always been there for us. We will work together. We will educate the new Postmaster General. And if she doesn't come our way, then her ass is out the door and we'll get somebody else. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Stop delaying America's mail.
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 U.S. mail.
Not for sale.
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 Whose post office?
People's Post Office.
Whose post office?
People's Post Office.
Whose post office?
People's Post Office.
That's right, that's right. All right. Ready? All right. Our next speaker is very shy. Quiet, not outspoken. I give you President of New York Metro Area Postal Union, Jonathan Smith.
If you want to save the post office, make some noise. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Whose post office? Whose post office? The U.S. Mail. The U.S. Mail. The U.S. Mail. I love the post office. I love serving the American people. I am dedicated to my responsibility of delivering the mail. We work hard. And the Postal Service act like we're not needed. It's time for a change. Donahoe was just the first brick. Oh, there's a lot more managers and supervisors that need to go next. Playtime is over. It's time to roll up our sleeves. It's time to get in the streets. And we can't make any excuses because this is serious business. Putting food on my table is serious business. That's right. Paying my mortgage is serious business. Yeah. There's no more time for excuses. Either you're going to walk the walk or you don't walk at all. Yeah. I have a few words that I would like to share with you because I want to make sure that I wrote these words down because I wanted to send a clear and distinct message not only to the post office but to the American people. This is what happens when our leaders are more controlled by money and influence instead of wrong versus right. But to the American people, out here to fight the attack. We're out here to fight labor, middle class, small business owners, the elderly, and our veterans, because we have to understand we are the 99%. We are the 99%. You are the 99%. We are the 99%. We are. We are. 99%. We're fighting. This is what we're fighting for. It's time to give justice a seat at the bargaining table. It's time to give righteousness a seat at the bargaining table. It's time to give integrity a seat at the bargaining table. Martin Luther King, he was a great American who happened to be an African American. And we're out here today on the thresholds of history, because Martin Luther King talked about a dream, not an African American dream, but the American dream. And we're out here defending what he died for everybody to have a right at the American dream. There are those that want to destroy the Postal Service because the Postal Service symbolizes strength of labor, strength of the middle class, but most of all, the strength of America. Let me let you in on a secret. I hate to tell you this, but I gotta let you in on a little secret. Here's the secret. This country was built by people in overalls, and it's trying to be destroyed by people in suits and dresses. We have to take our service back, but most of all, it's time to take our country back. Thank God, Charlie, you said it, thank God that the Postmaster General resigned. Thank God. We have to have the people to understand one thing, that Donahoe and his political allies wanted you to believe that the Postal Service has a financial problem. That's not the problem of the Postal Service. Let me tell you what the problem of the Postal Service is. The recent cyber hacking catastrophe proves one thing. Our problem is a moral problem. Our problem is an integrity problem. Our problem is an honesty problem. Because the Postal Service knows nothing about telling the truth. Telling the truth to the world or telling the truth to the American people. So let me tell you something. Because I really admire Martin Luther King. I too have a dream. Oh, let me tell you about my dream. I have a dream that we'll get some congressmen and senators that decide more than their vacation. I have a great dream they'll decide to do that. I have a dream that they will stop voter suppression. That everybody will be free to have a voice. Oh, I have a dream. I have a dream that the right to work will mean that maybe one day we'll get some rights and we'll get some jobs. Instead of trying to take jobs away. Oh, I have a dream. I have a dream that minimum wage will be $15 and a union. Oh, that would be a beautiful dream. I also have a postal dream. See, that's just my regular dream. I got a postal dream. My postal dream that someday we will get a Postmaster General that is more interested in providing services and protecting the Postal Service than destroying it. I have a dream that Congress and the House of Representatives will finally end the pre-funding requirement that is destroying the Postal Service. That's if we could get them off of vacation. I have a dream that Staples and Walmart will get out the mailing business because nobody does it better than us. I have a dream that we'll stop this nonsense about consolidation and closing plants. I have a dream that we will protect 6-day delivery because it's what the American people deserve. I have a dream that we will keep the delivery standards. Why ask the people to pay for more and turn around and give them less? But my greatest dream, oh, this is my greatest postal dream. My greatest postal dream is this, that all the unions have finally woken up and realized that our greatest strength is standing together. A union united can never be defeated. A union united can never be defeated. A union united can never be defeated. Let me tell you something. Together, the most important thing about the unions are important because they level the barriers and they require equal membership. Everybody in the union is equal. Everybody fights together, everybody's in the same bag. That's the beauty of the union. There's no big I's, there's no little U's. We're all in the same boat. And what we're fighting for is not a constitutional right for men and women to have good paying jobs. We could come out here and talk about a constitutional right all day. I'm here to talk about a human right. It's your human right to have a good paying job. It's your human right to be able to provide for your family. It's your human right to be able to send your kids to school. It's your human right to be proud. Hold your chest up and say, I am a postal worker. The labor movement is founded on this principle. The labor union transformed misery and despair into hope and progress. That's what the union represents. Because it wasn't too long ago that we need more postal workers out here, because they forgot about the great strike in 1970 when you worked at the Postal Service and you were still on government assistance. They owe the retirees who sacrificed and they bled and they sweat so we got the rights that we have today. I don't accept any excuse for anybody out here. Because if you won't fight for yourself, how can I fight for you? Out of the bold struggle of economic and social reform gave birth to unemployment insurance, pensions, government relief for the destitute. All this came from the struggle of unions. Nothing was given to us, and nothing ever will. And if we don't fight, we better fight now before it's too late. We got new wage levels because of the union. Now we have a decent life, and the only thing that we got in our way is if we get complacent and we get lazy. Because what they're looking for is a large eraser. They want a big do-over. We weren't given these things, we bargained for these rights. We fought for these rights. And now they're going to Congress, they're going to the House of Representatives, and they say we want a big eraser, we want a do-over, we made a mistake. How many people bought a house? And then you sign the lease and say, but I made a mistake. Well, the signature is already on the line. The promises have already been made. And the rewards have already been earned. We're not giving nothing back. The saddest part is this. The post office will invest in technology and machinery, but they won't invest in the men and women who made it great in the first place. Why? Because these postal managers, this post office, postmaster general, whoever we might get, they have forgotten what has made the post office great was not them sitting up there in suits and ties. What made the post office great was the effort, the sweat, the commitment of the people. And we're out here today to remind them of this simple message. The post office belongs to the people. Whose post office?
The people's post office.
Whose post office?
The people's post office.
Whose post office?
The people's post office.
And because this post office belongs to the people, the U.S. mail
It's not for sale.
is not for sale. Thank you.
All right. I want to bring this next speaker up now because he was gracious enough to come down and he's on a tight schedule. Please give a warm welcome to the president, the New York City Central Labor Council, Vincent Alvarez.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Now, I'm standing here and I'm looking up at that famous motto, right? That's up on the building. And we know that that can be summed up in one word. What that means, what that stands for, what that is all about, and that's dedication. And the dedication can be focused on one group of people, the working men and women who've toiled, who've fought hard over the years, who've delivered mail to the working Americans, to everyday Americans throughout our country. It's because of the hard work of each one of you here and all the workers that are involved in the delivery of mail and of correspondence throughout the world. You've all done it. You've built this up. And it's because of your dedication that we now stand together with the labor movement here in New York City and stand by each one of you throughout the country. As we see it attacked, as we see this basic fundamental service that Americans have enjoyed over the years under attack. Okay? Not by people who are dedicated to providing the service that you all have, but by people who have alternative and ulterior motives that we know about. Because let's just look at the facts. Okay? This is a bad solution in search of a non-existent problem. Okay? And what we need to do is stand up and make sure that the general public and everyday Americans know what's going on here. This is an attack on good jobs. This is an attack on service that has been provided by you all to everyday Americans throughout our country and people throughout the world. Okay? This is an attack on that. This is an attack on a basic fundamental thing that we have enjoyed here in this country for years, and it's an attack on common sense if you think about it. Okay? Because we know that when we look at the facts of the case, that the Postal Service isn't going broke. In fact, you guys have done a phenomenal job, and gals, over the years, and you continue to do this job. And it's because of some fuzzy math by some bean counters who decided that they're going to play tricks with retiree benefits and create a problem that did not exist, and did not exist by the workers who've been delivering mail in this country for decades. Okay, we know what has taken place here, and we just need to get that word out. Okay, because at the heart here, at the heart of the problem is a fundamental lack of honesty by the people who are making the decisions, and that these decisions are going to affect working people, not only who deliver mail, and not only who sort the mail, and not only do all the various jobs affiliated with the U.S. Postal Service, but the people who are the recipients of that fundamental and just great work that you've done over the years out there throughout our country. So what I'm here to say today is, yeah, we're 300 unions here in this city. We represent over 1.3 million workers, but we represent all working people. Okay? And we know that the communities are going to be affected. We know that each one of you is going to be affected. And we know that America is going to fundamentally be affected. The middle class people who rely on the Postal Service every day. We know you're going to be affected by this. So what we need to do is we need to stand together. We need to make sure that the facts get out. We need to make sure that the dedication of each one of you, okay, is honored by the fight that we're going to join in with each one of you to make sure that we save the U.S. Postal Service, to make sure that we tell them that the mail is not for sale, and that we make sure that the next post office, the Postmaster General, is going to do the right thing. And we're going to hold the feet to the fire, and we're going to support you as we continue this fight. So stay together, stay strong, and never give up.
Stop delaying America's mail.
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 All right. Our next speaker is a former mail handler, and I got to read the title, it's long. He's from Community Labor United for Postal Jobs and Services. The former mail handler, his name is Joe Hirsch. Please give him a warm welcome.
Good morning, workers. Good morning. Postal workers, specifically. I am here to say that we must get the community involved in saving the post office, and that is being done, and it's being done overwhelmingly with spirit, with tremendous spirit. In Chelsea, which is only about a half a mile down the road here on 8th Avenue and 9th Avenue, there was a meeting in 2012. It was a meeting at night, and the postal brass was there from the Northeast region. And let me tell you, every person that got up spoke that they wanted to close the 18th Street Post Office in Chelsea. Everyone that got up spoke on why they needed to have that post office open and expanded, services expanded, and the community to get involved. It was overwhelmingly, I mean, for the workers and for the community, and that's what we have to expand in our communities where we live, is to get people involved, signing petitions, going to rallies and demanding that the Postal Service remain a service and not privatized. That's the most important thing. And because it will delay the mail. It already has delayed the mail by closing processing centers and et cetera. We know this already. But the basis for the talk, for my speech today, is to get the community involved. We must do that. Everybody must be aware of what they're doing, what the Postal Service is doing, and what corporate America is doing with the Postal Service and trying to increase profit on our backs. So we will not let them bust our unions. We will stand together and fight together to keep the Postal Service and a service and expand it. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Last week when we were at a Staples store, we were leafleting out in front of the store. I met a young lady out there, Nydia Leaf. Hi, Nydia. Yesterday was her birthday, 82. Nydia's with the Granny's Peace Brigade. And, we had a nice conversation and we shared information. She introduced me to our next group of people. I was a little ambivalent about this, but I think it's a good idea, and John agreed with me. They're called the Raging Grannies, okay? And they're actually going to sing some songs for us. So I think you all got a lyric sheet? Okay.
We're raging for the postal workers. We need you. Raging grannies have been on all over Canada and the United States, and we rage for the postal workers, we rage for the librarians, we rage for the teachers, all of the people who are being, all the organizations that are being privatized, which means down with the unions. We disagree. We think unions have to be here to stay, including the postal workers, especially the postal workers.
Right. Okay, so sing along with us as we rage for the postal workers. Sing, we're all union maids, we've never been afraid to speak our mind for humankind and ways to fight for what is right. Always on the go, we're there in rain and snow. We know the way to have our say. Raging grannies show the way. Oh, you can't scare our postal workers. We're sticking with the Ubers. They connect this country. And you can't scare us. We need good wages. Bad rules enrage us. Make it fair for all. You women who want to be free, just take a tip from me. Join our cause for better laws. Unionize for democracy. Working workers inspire. We grannies all admire. We're at the helm. We'll overwhelm the corporate empire. Oh, you can't scare our postal workers. We're sticking with the workers. They connect this country. And you can't scare us. We need good wages. Bad rules enrage us. Make it fair for all. Yes. That's right. Okay. Our next song is the post office song, and it goes to the old tune, Do Run Run. Okay. Ready? Do run, run. Okay. 1, 2, 3, sing. I'm man. Da do run, da do run. He does it. We work behind the counter and he looked so grand. Da do run, da do run. Don't close our post office down. No, this will be one sorry town. Yeah, we gotta save some jobs. Da do run, da do run. I met him at the counter as I picked up my mail. Da-do run, 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 da-do run, run. I've been going there for years in the wind and hail. Da-do run, 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 da-do run, run. Don't close our post office down. No, this'll be one sorry town. Yeah, we gotta save some jobs. Da-do run, 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 da-do run, run. My mama says the post offices are here to stay. Da-do run, 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 da-do run, run. Those Staples would like to see them go away. Da-do run, 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 da-do run, run. Stop making everything a mess. We're going backward to the Pony Express, and don't make it harder for us. Da-do run, 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 da-do run, run. Hey, you're doing good. Good singers in the post office. Okay. We'll do one last song on page 2 on the bottom. The USA is now for sale by Corinne. Okay. Is that good? You, 1, 2, 3, sing. USA is now for sale. USA is now for sale. USA is selling all, making government so small. Post offices are for sale. Private armies are for sale. You can buy a prison too, and the government pays you. Schools and libraries for sale. Hospitals are now for sale. Private sources buying all. We are heading for a fall. Congress members are for sale. Senators and reps for sale. Yes, they are. Billionaires obsessed with greed. Get laws passed that fill their needs. USA is now for sale. USA is now for sale. USA is selling all, making government so small. Okay, we gotta turn that around. Thank you. You're all great singers and workers.
Thank you for the entertainment. It was nice. We love it. Do you have a copy of that?
Sure. He sang already. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Raging Grannies. Beautiful job. A little something different, huh? Stop delaying America's mail!
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 U.S. mail! U.S. mail!
Not for sale!
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 Whose post office?
People's Post Office!
Whose post office? Whose post office?
People's Post Office!
All right. Right now we have an open mic if anybody would like to come up and say some words. Okay.
I'm Jim Pearlstein from the Professional Staff Congress, the union that represents the 25,000 faculty and staff at City University. I got 3 points to make. The first is a moral, ethical point. I'm entitled to communication. I'm entitled to communication, and you people provide it. As I'm entitled to communication, you're entitled to job security, you're entitled to a decent wage. Second point is historical. The screwing that they're trying to give you is the screwing they're trying to give me. They're trying to privatize everything, not just the post office. They're trying to privatize education. They're trying to privatize transportation. They're trying to privatize the prison system. They're trying to privatize the military. So the struggle you're in is the struggle we're all in. And the last point I want to make is practical. It's not like I like you people so much, I don't even know you. But what goes around comes around. And just as you need the support of the community, you need the support of your brothers and sisters in the other unions, we need your support. And we know we can count on it, and that's why we're here. One struggle, one fight. And remember this, if this struggle goes on one day longer, we're all one day stronger.
All right.
The U.S. Mail.
Not for sale.
U.S. Mail.
Not for sale.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Okay, so anybody else want to come up to the mic and say some words? Okay, just hold on a second. Sure. This is Nidhi Elite from the Granny's Peace Brigade. Wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leila. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thanks, Kevin. Thank everybody here. I just spoke to one of you. I didn't know her name, but and you heard the granny singing. What's so important about your struggle is that the post offices throughout the country are one of the few institutions that bring some social cohesion to our country, which is being pulled apart, not just by the financial inequality, but by the value systems. And your struggle is symbolic of what everybody is going through. So when I saw Kevin a couple of weeks ago, he gave me a bunch of flyers, and I live near Columbus Avenue and 95th Street, where there's a little post office. So I went out there, and as people were coming out of the post office, I gave them one of the flyers. Everybody thanked me. You have so much support. What you need is media exposure. You've got Joe Friendly here. That's Manhattan Neighborhood Network. But you need to get the word out because you've got the support and because your struggle is symbolic. So go for it. You are wonderful. Where would we be without you?
Thank you. Hip hip hooray.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Stop delaying America's mail.
Our next speaker is the president, the New York State National Association of Letter Carriers, George Mangold.
Hey, John. Good afternoon. I'd love to see my people here, I tell you. It's cold, but we don't give a shit, right? Okay, I guess we don't have to do Donahoe Must Go, huh?
Yeah, we must go. Don't delay.
Okay, but listen, I hope it's better, but to be honest with you, she's been up there with him all of this time. You move one over, it's the same doll, just moving. So let's hope we do a little bit better with the Congress, though, huh? Remember one thing, you got two letters in Congress right now. One is in the Senate, it's got 51 co-sponsors. The other's in the House, it's got 160 co-sponsors. Both of those would delay any planned closures any plant closures through 2015. All right? It ain't great, but it's the right way to go right now. Now, you got both senators on those bills in New York. You've got, I believe, 15 out of 160 of the reps in New York on that letter. We have to get the rest of them on, and we have to make our ideals known. Just can't sit by and wait for things to happen. We got a new Congress coming in January, and I shouldn't have to tell you this, but I don't expect it's going to be anything good. Okay? So, you got 2 months in a lame duck. Are we going to get something passed? Nah, let's be real here. Okay? But we got a chance to push things off into the lame duck and push things off in the lame duck too. We've got some friends in the Republican Party here in New York. Okay? We got to lean on them to get our things across. No plant closures, no delay in the mail, 6-day delivery, door-to-door delivery. These are all things you got to bring home. Now, you know and I know, you close more plants, what does it do? To the average guy in the street, he's going to say, what's the big deal? Yeah, guess what? No more overnight delivery. No more standards for newspapers, periodicals. No more second and third day delivery, because now it's going to be 4 and 5 day delivery. And you think you guys, my letter carriers, are out there in the street till 8 or 9 o'clock at night now? Try midnight. Because all of these closings, all they're going to do is push up start times, because they're not going to be able to get the mail to the stations in time. Okay? Later start times mean later work times, mean working in the dark, all unsafe practices. This is what you have to bring to the legislature and let them know. We need as much help as we can possibly get in the lame duck and in the next 2 years. So are you with me? Yeah! All right. Get on the phones when you get home. Let your congressional people know they're back in D.C. now. Okay? Get on the phones. Let them know where you stand, where you want them to stand, and make sure they stand with us. Thank you.
I'm here supporting from my union, SAG-AFTRA, which is the Actors Union. And I rather enjoy getting my checks in the mail. I do like money. So I'm here supporting you guys because none of us can do anything without you. I can't get my money in the mail. I can't get packages. I can't send my grandmother a Christmas card. Nothing's gonna work without you guys.
Thank you!
Yeah, that's something they're very interested in, because the only way they get their paychecks to SAG is in the mail. So this is directly affect those people. All right, I want to thank you all for coming out. Letter carriers, mail handlers, thank you very much. Appreciate working with you. Johnny Stevens.
This morning, Joe Piet and John Denning, who's a postal worker here from Staten Island, called us and said that Postmaster Patrick Donahoe resigned. And they're at a Board of Governors meeting right now in Washington, D.C. And that's where they heard that at. And that's a part of the day protest, which is a national protest of all 4 of the postal unions protesting the Board of Governors meeting and demanding that they keep these thousands of post offices open and these jobs open for workers here. So it's a victory.
Post offices.
Excuse me?
They wanted to close post offices.
Yeah, they wanted to close these post offices and processing centers, which is like thousands, tens of thousands of jobs. But it's really an attack on the unions, but it's also an attack on people's services. Like, my wife gets her medicine through the mail. She's a teacher. My kids write letters. I know seniors that go to the post office to buy money orders, and a lot of people are unemployed. So the postal struggle is a real struggle for someone like me who's a community person. I work with a group called Community Postal Workers United for Jobs and Services. I really need this services as these postal workers need these jobs. So that's the big issue now, but everybody's happy that we got rid of Donahoe, but the rest of them is representing the privatization, and they're holding up the whole Postal Accountability Act, which was George Bush's act that's forcing workers to pay $5 billion in advance, 75 years to save their pension plan. Nothing like that has never happened in all of corporate America or capitalism that someone was forced to do that. So you're actually forcing people out of their jobs. You're stealing their careers. That's basically what's happening. So it's a big fight, and I think we're fighting back. So the unions are the rural postal workers, the APW, American Postal Workers Service, the mail handlers, and the letter carriers. And these are 4 unions. That's another big victory, that all the unions is coming together with the community and confronting the Board of Governors and Patrick Donahoe.
You know, when I go to the post office, sometimes I wear a baseball cap that said, "Let's replace our corrupt government." And they said, you know, let me pass that one around in the back, and they all love that, huh?
They love that because they begin to know it, because when you're saying that you're stealing $5 billion from somebody, that's a big theft. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you're the victim.
And you're the victim. So yeah, people are angry, and I'm glad you raised that, because it shows that people really know what's going on, and we should sit out there. That's the need to have service and jobs and the community and postal workers together. That's the route. They just explain it better than we ever can.
Wherever you are, thank for the sound equipment, and to the grannies that came out, thank you also. Appreciate that, and thank everybody. And let's get the word out, please. The U.S. mail is not for sale.